Good morning, students. Welcome to Bindu Dadwal Chemistry Lessons. We have been doing chemical properties of alcohols, and in our previous video, we did the reactions involving cleavage of oxygen-hydrogen bond and cleavage of carbon and OH bond. Today, we'll be studying the third category of reactions, that is reactions involving both the alkyl and hydroxyl groups. So the first reaction in this category is acidic dehydration. When alcohols are heated with a protonic acid such as concentrated sulfuric acid or phosphoric acid, they get dehydrated to form alkenes. So the OH of one carbon and the H of adjacent carbon atom, they will combine to form water. Water is removed. This is dehydration. This occurs in the presence of acids at a temperature of 443 Kelvin. So it is called acidic dehydration. Secondary and tertiary alcohols are dehydrated under mild conditions. In case of secondary alcohol, 85% sulfuric acid and 440 Kelvin temperature will result in formation of propene and water. Similarly, in case of tertiary alcohol, only 20% sulfuric acid and 358 Kelvin temperature is needed to form methyl propane and water. The relative ease of dehydration of alcohols follows the order. Tertiary are more reactive than secondary alcohols, which are more reactive than primary alcohols. The mechanism of the reaction is in the first step, in the presence of an acid, the oxygen atom will donate a pair of electrons to the proton and will protonated alcohol. There is a positive charge on the oxygen as a result of addition of proton. So in the second step, to ease off this positive charge, electrons are taken by this group to aid in the removal of water. So when the electrons are taken away by oxygen, it detaches from here and water is formed, and a positive charge comes on this carbon atom. So formation of a carbocation is the second step. In the second step, the protonated alcohol loses water molecule to form carbocation. In the third step, the carbocation will eliminate a proton. As there is a positive charge here, to ease off this positive charge, electrons of the adjacent carbon-hydrogen bond will come here to form a double bond and proton will be released. So a double bonded compound ethene is formed here and proton is released. As proton was used in the first step and released in the last step, so it's acting as a catalyst. The reaction takes place in presence of acid or proton. Some important facts about dehydration of alcohol reaction. The acidic dehydration, two alkenes occurs through formation of intermediate carbocations, and stability of carbocation is that tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary, which is more stable than primary carbocation. So the order of reactivity will be tertiary alcohol will be more reactive than secondary alcohol, will be more reactive than primary alcohol. Second fact, the dehydration of secondary and tertiary alcohols will occur in accordance with Saitshev's rule, which states that more highly substituted alkene is always the main product. For example, when 2-butanol undergoes acidic dehydration at 443 Kelvin, but2-ene will be the major product and but1-ene will be the minor product. 80% but2-ene and 20% butane. This is because the hydrogens of the double bond are substituted by 2 alkyl groups in but2ene, so it's more alkyl substituted. Here it's substituted by only one hydrogen is substituted by an alkyl group. Since the dehydration of alcohols involves the formation of intermediate carbocations, which are always prone to rearrangement, therefore alkene formed are always those obtained from rearranged carbocations. We know that a tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary, than primary. So in case a primary carbocation is formed and there is an option of it getting changed to a more stable secondary or tertiary carbocation, the rearrangement will occur and only then elimination of hydrogen will take place to form alkene. For example, in case of 2-methyl-butanol, first step is addition of proton and removal of water to form a primary carbocation which is less stable. So there will be a rearrangement. The hydride of the second carbon atom adjacent to the carbon atom carrying the positive charge will get rearranged, and instead of positive charge on primary carbon atom, the positive charge will be on tertiary carbon atom. The electrons of the carbon-hydrogen bond will move to this to ease off this positive charge, and proton will be released to form 2-methyl-but2ene. So you see that major product is 2-methyl-but2ene, which has been formed after 1,2 hydride shift rather than the expected 2-methyl-but1ene. Had there been no rearrangement, then this product would have been formed. Which proton gets attached to it, water is formed, but there is a positive charge on oxygen, so this water moves away taking these electrons, resulting in a positive charge here. Now, as this is a secondary carbocation, it is less stable in comparison to when a methyl shifts here, the carbocation formed is tertiary. So this rearrangement occurs. In the next step, there will be a loss of proton to form alkene. So this hydrogen will be lost and the electrons will come here to form double bond, and 2,3-dimethyl-but2ene is formed as a major product rather than 3,3-dimethyl-but1ene, which was the expected product. And also it may be noted that reaction between alcohol and concentrated sulfuric acid depends upon conditions. At 443 Kelvin, it gives ethene. But when heated at a lesser temperature, 413 Kelvin, with excess of alcohol, the ether is formed. Ethyl alcohol with the acid at 413 Kelvin will form ethoxyethane or diethyl ether. Lesser temperature, at 383 Kelvin, this will react to give ethyl hydrogen sulfate, or OH and H combine to form water, and CH3, CH2, O, SO3H. This is ethyl hydrogen sulfate is formed. And similarly, if this ethyl hydrogen sulfate is heated to higher temperature, 413 Kelvin, in presence of excess of alcohol, diethyl ether will be formed, and this, if heated to higher temperature, 443 Kelvin, alkene will be formed. Dehydration of alcohols to ethene and alkenes can also be brought about by passing the vapors of alcohols over heated alumina catalyst at different temperatures. Different products will be formed. At 513 to 523 Kelvin over alumina, ethyl alcohol forms ether. At higher temperature, 633 Kelvin, alkenes are formed. Next is oxidation of alcohols. Alcohol on oxidation forms aldehyde or ketone. The product depends upon the type of alcohol. primary alcohol forms aldehyde, secondary alcohol forms ketone, and tertiary alcohol will form an alkene. And also on the nature of oxidizing agent, the different oxidizing agents that can be used are aqueous alkaline or acidified potassium permanganate, or acidified sodium dichromate, or acidified potassium dichromate. Nitric acid can be used as oxidizing agent, and chromic acid can be used as oxidizing agent. And different classes of alcohols, that is primary, secondary, tertiary, differ from each other not only in their ease of oxidation but also on the nature of products formed. Primary alcohols will be oxidized to aldehyde and then to acid, carrying the same number of carbon atoms, and this is done by a strong oxidizing agent like acidified potassium dichromate. So, for example, ethanol on oxidation will form acetaldehyde, and which on further oxidation forms ethanoic acid or acetic acid. So strong oxidizing agents will convert alcohol directly to carboxylic acid. But if we want to limit the oxidation to aldehydic stage, we will use chromium in 6 oxidation state reagents in anhydrous medium of, say, methylene dichloride. So, in order to convert alcohol into aldehyde only, not acid, we can use chromic anhydride, which is in +6 oxidation state. So common reagents to stop oxidation of primary alcohol to aldehydic stage can be Collins reagent. This is chromium trioxide pyridine complex. Similarly, pyridinium chlorochromate, chromic anhydride, and pyridine and hydrogen chloride. This is pyridinium chlorochromate, PCC. Similarly, we also have pyridinium dichromate. These can reduce the oxidation to aldehydic stage. They are very selective, so they are useful for oxidation of alcohols which may contain double bond or triple bond or allylic or benzylic bonds. So but-2-ene 1-ol on oxidation with pyridinium chlorochromate will form but-2-ene ul, 1-ul. So double bond is not changed, only the alcohol is changed to aldehydic group. Secondary alcohols oxidation form ketone with the same number of carbon atoms, but on further drastic oxidation or oxidation under drastic conditions, acid will be formed but with 1 carbon atom less. Bond breakage occurs. So bond breaks from here. The acid is CH3COOH, and this changes into, it's oxidized into HCOH, which further gets oxidized into carbon dioxide and water. Similarly, this is oxidized. First it forms ketone, CH3C double bond O, CH2, CH2, CH3. But on further oxidation, acid will be formed, CH3COH, and propanoic acid, CH3CH2COH. The tertiary alcohols, because they do not contain hydrogen on the carbon-bearing OH group, they are difficult to be oxidized, and they cannot be oxidized by neutral or alkaline KMnO4. But with acidic KMnO4 at elevated temperatures, the hydrogen from alpha carbon will react with OH to form water, and a double bond will be formed. And then this is further oxidized, bond breakage occurs, CH3, C, CH3, double bond O, and this oxidizes to HCOH, which breaks up into CO2 and water. Now this acetone can be further oxidized, and when it gets oxidized, again 1 carbon is lost to get CH3COH and HCOOH. So what we see that primary alcohols will form the same number of carbon containing aldehyde, and acid also containing the same number of carbon atoms. In secondary alcohols, ketone contains the same number of carbon atoms, but the acid is containing less number of carbon atoms. In case of tertiary alcohols, during the formation of ketone also carbon is lost, and a ketone containing lesser number of carbon atoms is formed, and then further oxidation will also result in an acid having even still lesser number of carbon atoms. So let's take another example, 2-methyl butane 2-ol. So on oxidation, bond breaks from here and a ketone is formed and acetic acid, and on further oxidation this will further form acetic acid and carbon dioxide and water. Dehydrogenation, the removal of hydrogen of alcohols, is achieved when vapors of alcohols are passed over copper heated at 573 Kelvin. So when you pass vapors of alcohol over heated copper at a temperature of 573 Kelvin, hydrogen from OH and from CH is lost and aldehyde is formed. And again, the products formed are different. For primary alcohol, aldehyde is formed. For secondary alcohol, ketone is formed. And because tertiary alcohol do not contain hydrogen atom, an alkene will be formed. So this is all about chemical properties of alcohol. That's all in today's video. Thank you and have a nice day.